strong emotion, or anger. Soothing music calms dirdir and puts him in a trance-like state. This is it looks like Hollywood.
Ecuador is the least politically stable of the South American countries. They had 17 constitutions in the first 159 years of independence. They had 4 successful democratic elections from 1948 to 1960, but didn't get political stability under democratic rule until the 1980s.
Since Mount Chimborazo is over 10,000 feet elevation and right near the equator and the bulge, it fits our clue farthest away from the core. It also has an old observatory, and Ecuador gets its name from equator in Spanish.
In order to get to Ecuador, we will get airplane tickets and depart at 7:35 a.m. and arrive in Ecuador around 3:10 p.m. The total cost of a round-trip ticket for 2 people flying economy style is $1,712 US total.
We will be disguised as intern astronomers and try to land a job, then get in and capture dirdir. If that plan fails, plan B is we visit the wonderful old observatory as average visitors and then use our plan during.
The Quito Observatory is the oldest observatory in Ecuador. It is right next to Mount Chimborazo, Ecuador. It is open to visitors, which makes it easy to go in and make our plan happen. It fits our clue exactly because it's its oldest observatory.
This is a celebratorial meal eaten during Ecuadorian festivals. We want to know this because we might run into a festival and want to know what we eat in case of allergic reactions or certain stomach problems. Festivals include Day of the Dead and like New Year's. San Juan.
In Ecuador, the people don't want oil drills in the land because they want to protect nature. There is more than 900 oil deposit pools, and the poorly maintained pits are leaking into the water, causing contamination, enabling water for 30,000 Ecuadorians.
It's like,
In Quito, you can travel through the city by car, taxi, bus, and a colectivo, a mini bus faster, and they say it's nicer than a regular bus.
We believe this mountain in the background is Chimborazo, but we're not sure. This gadget detects paranormal activity and immediately plays to the music when it detects it. Then we stun him with the dirt, making him fall asleep. Then we will use our other gadget to make sure he is an alien fugitive. To get him out, we pretend he's a friend, then drive him to a hospital, but we really drive to the airport to go home. 95% of Ecuadorian religion is Roman Catholic. The other 5% is other, with a small amount following Judaism. This is a photo of an old Ecuadorian church. We want to know this so we know what to expect in the religious part of Ecuador.
In Quito, Ecuador, they get 40 to over 80 inches of rainfall every year. The vegetation varies from broadleaf forest to swampland. Crops are able to be grown year-round. And as you can see, they have 2 seasons, which is dry season and wet season.
Ecuador is about the size of Nevada. Ecuador is 109,483 square miles smaller. It is divided into 4 different regions. Those consist of Costa, Sierra, Oriente, and the Galapagos Islands. More than 20,000 people live on the islands.
After decoding the coded message, we figured out the key points of the message from dirdir, which were he was near the highest mountain farthest from the core. He was also in the land's oldest observatory. Our first thought was Mount Everest, since that's the highest elevation, but after research, we found that dirdir was hiding by Mount Chimborazo. According to this photograph, the people are wearing tank tops and shorts, and we want to blend in it's like an average summer day in our home country, the United States. This will help us blend into streets of the people if we wear the described in this picture. In Ecuador, their currency, according to the currency conversion rate of Ecuador, 2,500 sucre is equal to $1. The money that is circulated includes notes and coins. Notes are the denominations of a U.S. $100, $50, $20, $10, and $5, $2, and $1, while the coins are found denominations of U.S. dollars.
Ecuadorian children are required to go to school from ages 6 to 14. Most kids in the country don't usually go because it is too far to walk. The lessons are in the morning and afternoon. The children are taught in Spanish. Ecuadorians are very polite and welcome tourists and guests to their country. They welcome guests and all people with a proper handshake. Instead of in America, they just say hi, how are you, hello, welcome. They say welcome probably too. Two 18-year-olds going to Ecuador for a college degree in astronomy. They wanted to go to Ecuador because exploring Ecuador's oldest observatory had become a life's goal. And there's our passports. It's Stacy. I'm up.
Ecuador had a war with Peru from 1941 to 1998. They fought over land specialties like oil and water. Peru won the war and most of the land, but gave Ecuador a small section of private property on the land. There might still be tensions, so we don't want to be mistaken for Peruvians and cause disputes.